My job is to do whatever I can to make that environment more protective of her, hopefully set an example so later on she's able to make some good choices in her life. It's so much easier and attractive to just live a life of just for me. It is a lot easier life. Trust me.
I mean, it really is. PBD. I mean, he's not lying. I always do say when you live for yourself, it's just oh so easy. When you honestly grind for live for other people and grind for other people and also yourself, I mean, I don't know. People say it's hard. People say maybe overbearing, but I don't know. I just see something honorable about it, and the rewards are just nothing. It's nothing. It's not like the rewards are just honestly. It don't compare. The reward just does not compare to the struggle. I would say that like the rewards are way greater than the struggle I have to go to make sure I get the reward. It's just how it is. So I feel him so much on that. It's like, man, when you do for people and then, you know, you kind of have these moments with them and all that good stuff, it means everything. You know, the stuff money can't buy.
If I right now chose to drop everything I got going on with the family and the kids and everything, I would have way more time to run my companies. I'd probably make a lot more money. And I'd probably have a more fun life. Living a selfish life. There's no way in the world that's going to be fulfilling. To me. Others can live it, and guess what? More power to you. But what do you stand for? Until you can't get a paper and pen and write down what you stand for, and everything's about, they're this, let me tell you, Pat doesn't know this, and da-da-da-da, for me, the whole is my brother. All right, cool. Live that life. You know, and the way you live, you're going to attract that audience. Whoever connects you, you're attracting people like yourself. What you tell them, you're going to get them to live the life that you've lived. Man. Versus giving them a different direction and saying, you may want to consider this. Damn. That's how I'm wired. I don't have the problem with the debate. We do this all the time. Mm-hmm. We're a 24/7 debate environment. Guy comes up to me saying, hey, you don't like Adam. I hear you're going to fire him. Nope, that's not been the case. I will tell you that the respect part is very important to me. And I've told you this many times. And that's not going away anytime soon. It's not. It's going to be very, it's not just respecting me. Respecting the audience that comes and tunes into us. We're not everybody else's show. So a lot of shows that's like, fuck this, screw this, F this, this is not the show. This is to show that let's try to make our argument in the most reasonable fashion and be entertaining at the same time if we can.
Yep.
While trying to maintain what? Respect. I don't want to lecture you. I'm just giving you my values.
Too late. You already got my man down for 35 minutes.
I'm cool with that.
At this age, what I want to do. I get a lot of questions about people telling me, Pat, you know, I'm at a point in my life where, you know, I just can't find myself to get to the next level. My life is good. My wife is good. My family.
Man, that boy. Woo, boy, that boy got cooked. That boy got cooked. I mean, Adam had some good points too, but when PBD really laid out his whole position, I was like, damn, hold on. He was probably telling, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro, you kind of fake. Like you're low-key fake. It's like you want to say this around me and say this around them. It's like, who are you? I'm like, damn. He's like, I told you to do one thing, you did another. I'm just like, hey, yo. All right. And hey, man, that's good TV. I mean, that's good content right there. Like, whoo. Man. But hey, he said PBD is so emotional over Adam's life. You know what? Apologize, PBD listener. I'm weak as hell. Well, you know, it's funny. They're actually agreeing with Adam in the chat. PBD has no idea what women are like these days. It's like, I mean, yep. Even in the PBD called it. He's like, bro, trust me, people in the chat are going to be agreeing with you. He's like, I know it. But trust me, where you're going, ain't it, bro, ain't it? And I was like, all right. Shout out. Now, let's see. Mike Waltz takes full responsibility for embarrassing signal text chain leak. What does he mean by full responsibility? Did he leak it?
Joining us now, one of the principals who was on that signal chat, National Security Advisor Mike Waltz. Advisor Waltz, thank you for joining us tonight. The president expressed complete confidence in you today and his entire cabinet. But how did a Trump-hating editor of The Atlantic end up on your signal chat?
You know, Laura, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but of all the people out there, somehow this guy who has lied about the president, who has lied to Gold Star families, lied to their attorneys, and gone to Russia hoax, gone to just all kinds of links.
Hey, I believe hopefully you're ready now. Hopefully. Let's see
Hello.
here. Yo, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, Seth?
Hey, what's good, Alex, man? How's it going, big dog?
Good, man. Thanks for having me on.
No problem.
Yeah, I wanted to let that last segment play out. That was entertaining.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, so I wanted to let that play and not kill the momentum. So I was waiting for that segment to be
Appreciate
over.
you. All right, so wait, so you have what was the argument though? I did want to ask you that.
Right.
Mhm.
So the question I want to pose to you right now is how do you how do you square the the fact that Obama and Biden are deporting more people? Obama setting records in deportations, and
Yeah.
Biden deported more people than Trump did during his first term. So how how do you how does the right say that the left wants open borders? You know,
Okay, so hold on. You got to remember the reason why Trump had less deportations because he had less crossings. Now, with the term with Biden, he had more people crossing over, as that's been proven. So, of course, he would have more deportation due to sheer numbers. So that's why we say
sure.
the left supports open borders because remember Biden, he sued Texas to take down the border wall and the barbed wire. He got the water gate lords removed out the rivers and it made it way easier for the immigrants to get over here. So that's why we say that the left was not serious about immigration policies or the border.
Yeah, but even if you consider the fact that leading up to Obama's term, for Obama to set records, it's still telling that, the left really just wants a safe environment here in the US. They are taking out violent criminals. Um,
Maybe Obama, but not. But maybe Obama did, but not Biden. That's two different administrations, so we just can't put them all under the left here. Like you gotta remember, these guys have done, two different leadership styles, obviously.
a lot of people, excuse me, a lot of people would
Remember,
say,
one worked with Putin and one didn't. So come on now. So how does the left truly feel about Putin?
I didn't catch that last part, but a lot of people would say that Biden and Obama are the same administration. As a matter of fact, people say that I've seen and heard people say that it's pretty much the same administration,
Yeah,
and that
but
Obama is still in
here's the thing though.
charge and all these things.
But here's the thing though. The difference about Obama's administration is that they wasn't so hard line on Russia. Remember, the Obama administration was okay with Russia, but Biden administration wasn't okay with Russia. So they dealt with the way they dealt with their foreign affairs was different. Was very different.
Okay, all right. Well, with regards to foreign
Mhm.
policy, okay,
And
there's
hold
a
on, and
difference.
we can also say economic policies as well.
In what way?
Well, let's be real. Obama didn't raise inflation, and Obama kind of left us in a pretty good position. Like I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, he did. But Biden also, Obama didn't deal with COVID, and for Trump's term, the only reason there were less crossings was because there were, everything was shut down. There were no job opportunities.
No, I can't let you say that, my man, because the facts show, the charts show that in 2019 he set a record, and this is before COVID. He's had low numbers all through his administration, and I'm gonna be real with you though. When COVID happened, it was still low. It's only in 2021 when Biden came in where immigration shot up to record numbers. Record numbers that I'm gonna be real with you, the Obama administration and Trump administration has never seen.
I mean, when things dip, there was going to be a rebound. When everybody just sort of disappeared. There was no crossings because of COVID. Everything was shut down. Once everything turned back on or whatever,
Now, how long did
obviously
COVID
there was
last?
going to be
Did
more.
COVID go all the way through 2021?
Say that again.
Did COVID go all the way out to 2020, 21?
Well, it ended What was COVID 19 to 21 or what was
Yeah, it
it?
was around that. So that's like the first year into Biden. So we can't really use COVID as an excuse because it skyrocketed.
Well, I'm saying it was over. So the rebound was an influx of all the people that wanted to be here, but went back. As a matter of fact, you could even say that it would double because all the people that were already here, not new people,
Mm-hmm.
all the people that were already here left. And yeah, that's not taking into account the new people that would, once things open back up, well, it turned back on, the economy turned back on. Um, yeah, like it only makes sense that there would be an increase in crossings, and
Mm-mm.
so
I would have to put
um,
in poor border policies.
I mean,
Because like here's the thing though, like I said, COVID happened under Trump and the border was just cool. So we can't even add like the COVID as an equation to the border because first year under Biden, that was COVID as well. And border crossings were at an all-time high. So we cannot add COVID as an equation to why border crossings either stalled or increased. This only has to be put on the administration and their policies that they were enacting at the time.
I don't think people in the Biden administration are for open borders. As a matter of fact, nobody has said that they are for open borders.
I mean, why would
Um,
you say it out loud? But okay, I understand.
yeah, right. So the point I'm trying to make is, is it possible that maybe the left just actually wants, to keep things safe in the U.S. and at the same time be able to help asylum seekers and also take advantage of, um, the boost and the stimulation to the economy at the end of the day. Um,
Now, hold on.
so
Would you see immigrants as a boost to the economy, or are you saying that because, like, here's the thing now, because, and just to clarify on your point now.
Sure.
Now, so are you trying to say that immigrants are a plus to the economy, or are you trying to say that, okay, no, let me just be blunt with it then. I'm going to go ahead and be blunt with this because I don't honestly think that we can. I think I told you, immigration is a scam. I already told you, immigration doesn't help nobody. And here's the thing, like them coming in illegally don't help them either because it's done through cartel ways. Now, we're not talking about the immigrants who come over here the right way. That's okay. We're okay with them. Even though it's a meaningless effort, we're still okay with it. Even I'm okay with it, and with my opinions on immigration altogether. The problem is when these illegals come over here, or when they're signed in by executive order in here, that's a problem. That is a problem because they can come over illegally, and then through Biden's TPS, he was flying them over in a plane and dropping them off in sanctuary cities. Like, that's going to
yeah,
cause problems. That's intentionally causing social disorder. Or I wouldn't say intentionally, but almost deliberately.
I mean, I think that's difficult to make a case for because you know, one second. Excuse me. You know how Kamala used to always say, "Oh, I led um cases against transnational crime organizations, something like that, something to that effect, right?"
Mhm.
Um, a lot of people just kind of tune her out when she would say that, but when you think about it, it only leads people to believe it's to show that she's not letting criminals in, that she's not working with the cartels, that she's not
But here, no, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
purposefully.
Even if she did not intentionally or physically or by order, there were cartel members who made it under her supervision, made it under her as she was border czar, or as we said by video, as Biden appointed her as head of the border. So I mean, you could be right and say, oh, she didn't want this. You're right, she probably didn't. But this is what happened. Cartel members made it in through, gang members made it in through by the thousands. So I can understand you saying that, oh, this is not what she want, but somebody in the left wants this, or this wouldn't have been going down. I mean, can we both agree that Biden wasn't cognitively there? Can we agree to that?
That Biden was the common denominator as
No,
far as
no, no.
what?
That Biden was not mentally there. He did not have his mental faculties.
Oh, okay. I mean, he was declining. Sure. I'll
Then
admit to that. But you know, there's a difference between being sharp enough to be able to debate. You know, to be able to optically look good in a debate, but to be able to govern, to be able to behind closed doors, you know, have both sides work together and pass legislation.
I mean,
There's a difference
bro,
there.
you're damn near saying that calculus is easier than algebra. Is
No,
almost
no, no. I'm not trying to make that argument. I'm saying that yeah, I'll admit that he was in decline, but there was still some pros to the way Biden conducted himself. Um, a lot of the stuff that that people didn't get to see, you know, is him, you know, being able to bring both sides together to agree on certain policies to help the U.S. Come back from COVID and deal with inflation better than any other country.
nope.
No, yeah, I mean, I know,
Inflation went out of control. You know that.
they
Okay, good.
increased. So Biden, yeah, like inflation increased under Biden, um, but it was on purpose. It needed to happen, and
And that one.
I mean, they
And then here's the thing, though. If
they
they need
had to.
inflation to happen, then why are they trying to blame it on Trump? And why haven't they taken? Why wasn't they trying to be like, you know, what? I think about it like that. They were telling us we was in the best economy ever, but now, but your argument, you're saying that, but this purposely need to happen. They need to raise the prices of groceries. They need to raise the prices of energy because it was all part of the policies. But why didn't they admit to that then? Why? Like at least Trump's admitting to it when he said, "Oh, there's going to be a pinch point. We maybe go through some tough times, but." Bro, Biden didn't say that. So, based on your argument, they had no transparent economic policies.
I don't know if that question was ever directly asked to them, whether they increased inflation on purpose or not. But I think that they would respond with yes. I think the way they did it, as far as I understand, is they printed more money. Um, they printed more money, and yeah, in order to bring down inflation after a pandemic, um, there needed to be some moves made to make inflation worse before it can get better. But
Why
let's
not explain that to the American people? Why just tell them that, oh, you're in the best economy ever? Don't believe your lying eyes. Like, well, what was that then?
I think there were people saying that on certain media sites and even independent media, but I know people will discount that as fake media. People on the right will.
Bro, I mean, we can't even say fake media. The problem is that we were in a terrible economy. It's like the GDP wasn't going nowhere. Bro, we got inflation going crazy. Affordability is like low. The housing prices is is insane. Kamala Harris talking about building houses. You so housing must have been a problem, and it still kind of is. Affordability of housing is still a problem right now due to the policy that the Biden administration enacted. Like y'all didn't help the border, y'all didn't help on immigration, y'all definitely didn't help the economy. So excuse the American people for having this idea that you guys are not for us, or you guys are damn near, I'll be real with you, damn near traitors some of the way these Democrats have enacted their policies.
No, I mean I think that's looking at the situation in the worst way possible.
You're right. That was a dispensation. My bad.
Yeah, I mean, well, so there there weren't that many illegal immigrants. You know how people always say, "Oh, there's like 20 million, 50." I've seen people say 100 million illegal immigrants. They're the Biden administration is not wasn't letting people just cross over without being documented. So the numbers are what are
Actually,
being
whoa, whoa,
reported.
whoa, 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 whoa.
It's almost impossible
Now
to.
hold on. We'd have to say the Biden administration because there are whistleblowers. Remember, the ex-chief of Border Patrol came out and literally said, "Yo, we've let in gang members. We are on a shortage. Like, bro, we're taking them in. We're giving them a court date. They're not returning. We're short on staff, so there's a section of the border where we know they're just walking in, This is not even up for debate off the fact that a chief Border Patrol agent came out and said this. Border Patrol whistleblowers all over, from Sean Ryan, Fresh and Fit, others have came on there and said, yeah, this is what's going down at the border. It's asinine. This is why the border was such a big issue, because everybody was talking about this leading up to the election. It was that big of an issue that I believe y'all was ignoring just on the sake of staying loyal to y'all side.
I mean, the reality is that people aren't choosing to cross the border illegally. It's not the majority
They are.
of
No,
illegal
they are.
immigrants.
So if you're paying a cartel to come
You
over
think
here, you're choosing to do that. If you leave your country and try to come here, you're choosing to do that. That's all personal choice. Now look, you can sit here and feel bad for the reason they're leaving, but you can't say that they don't have a choice.
you think that double the amount of what are being documented, double the amount of immigrants who are being documented are crossing the border?
I would say
You
about,
really
bro,
believe that?
look, they said 20. I always said the number about 5 to 10 million. So my number is a bit lower, and I've heard others about mine, and I've heard as high as 10 to 20. I'm hoping around the 5 to 10, because 20 is absolutely insane. So, and here's the thing, why would I want it to be 20? I'm be real with you. Why would I want that? Why would I want that to be true? I'd rather the 5 to 10 to be true, to be honest with you. And on the lowest spectrum of it, it is about 5 million he let in. And that's the lowest. That's the lowest. And that's bad.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I just from what I understand, there isn't that many illegal immigrants who are crossing the border, and
Bro, how many do you think are? How
it
many
is
did
not
you
an
say?
easy thing. It's not easy at all, from what I understand. It's um you know, there is border patrol, and um I mean, we already have a natural border with the river, um and so
They can
yeah, I
cross
mean,
rivers.
they're not coming at double the rate at from the ones that are being documented.
Well,
Now,
they're coming at triple the rate from Trump administration. So that's what we meant, in terms of comparison, of course. Yeah. But my friend, we went over our time, though. We went
wait,
over time. This time is early.
my bad. My fault. The line disconnected for me. I was saying something.
All right.
Just real quick. Because I was listening here what you were saying. I was just letting the stream play while I was doing some other stuff. And you had mentioned something about how you. I was reading the comments too about how um, and this might have been so. There's two things I want to bring up just real quick.
No problem.
One of them is you had said that an immigrant who would stay in their native land instead of trying to come to the U.S. seeking asylum would fix their country somehow. Would be able to.
Yeah, they could possibly be the George Washington of their country. Yes.
Yeah, right. And I just want to point out how unreasonable that is, because
I mean, then
obviously,
basically you're saying the idea of America was unreasonable, and look where we're at. I mean, even back then, the forefathers were called crazy. They were sentenced to death. A lot of people thought the forefather was tripping, but look where we're at.
yeah, I mean, but I think this is a
But
slightly
don't
different
matter.
situation.
But it don't matter. We just need about a couple thousand of them, 100,000 of them to get together, unionize on this, and take these people out of power. and build their own constitutional republic or whatever constitution they try to come up with. But they can't just sit here and roll over to the cartel and run off to America and then start talking about, oh, well, this used to be part of our homeland too, so we're going to no, go down there and fight for your damn country.
So this is what I was trying to get at, that people who are in those crime-ridden countries.
People came here. That's 2 million people who are disgruntled. 5 million, whatever. Even 20. If it's 20, I'm even more pissed. Because that's 20 million people that go down there and take back their damn country.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a reason why they are coming at such a high rate, and it's because of the crime, the poverty, and all these factors that would not allow these people to be successful. Sure. I mean,
yes, we understand that. Go take them out.
We don't disagree there. So what I'm saying is that they're more likely to succumb to the crime, the poverty. They're more likely to, just through cartel involvement, be killed in one way or another. So
that's what our forefathers face. It was this or death. It was this or death. That's it. They ain't had no other choice. That's what the Mexicans got to come down to. And if they're not brave enough to come down to that, then they just need to shut the hell up, to be honest with you. Like, I love them to death. I love the Mexican community. But when it comes to this point right here, either y'all going to stand on 10 or y'all going to shut the hell up. Like, what are y'all going to do? Because just like our forefathers, it was do or die. If they lost, it was death. And it's King Charles and them. But they didn't. So that's what it has to take. If you're so concerned about them dying, then bro, hey, you might need to rally them up, get you an AK-47 and go help them. Because nothing's going to get solved by us taking them over here. And here's the funniest part. The cartel's making money bringing their ass over here while putting them in poverty, while not letting them become a capitalist nation. What the hell are we even talking about with these guys?
When you think back on our forefathers, they left their native land. They left England. They left Europe to find a better place. Much like the immigrants are themselves are doing. All the other people that came were not well off in Europe, and yeah, they left to find a better life. So in that regard, I think I think you're looking at it the wrong way. But
they want a better life, right? But we don't want them here. Then they're constantly putting themselves in a state of, like, I ain't gonna lie, emergency, a state of stress. They can never have a good life here if we're just gonna be hunting them down, trying to deport them. Why not stick in your own country, fix it, and you'll forever live a life of peace?
By your logic, our forefathers should have just stayed in England.
No.
And
by our logic,
started a revolution or something, or have gotten killed in the process somehow.
Yeah, but here's actually they kind of did that. They went off, got their own land, built their own wealth, and then when they try to work with the Brits and all that, the Brits try to have their way. They're like, no, we're not doing that. Actually, we're not doing it to the point where we'll fight y'all and it's do or die. Like, it gotta be like that.
It's very much the same situation.
And you know my logic. You're taking it too far back. I said they had to fight for this, and they left. You're right. They did leave Britain. You're right. They left due to religious persecution. We know that, just to go somewhere where they would be accepted, and they found that, and they fought for it. I mean, do Mexicans want to fight for somewhere they're being accepted? Because it's not here if they're crossing the border. We know that.
It's so whenever you say that. Mm-hmm. That our forefathers should have, or that it's not the same situation, because crime and cartels are so involved in the government and well, at least in Mexico, but I'm sure.
Yeah, I know they had Indians that was just scalping people's heads. So what?
Yeah. It's so engraved in the government that there's not much that an average person can do. And so it's much like our forefathers, they knew it was a lost.
I got you. Hold on, dog. I got you at this point. Because I have to, bro. If they can galvanize to get the hell about their country, why can't they galvanize to fight? Like, really?
Because of what our forefathers, because of the same logic, that the same reason that our
What are they gonna come over
forefathers
there and do? Take our land? No,
made
they ain't
their
doing
decision.
that. They ain't doing that.
Nah,
So where else
it's
can
not
they go?
about. Uh, it's, it's
Well,
just
what's better
they
for
did the
them than
same
their
thing that our forefathers did.
What's better for them than their own country? Please tell me, Alex. What's better for them than their own country?
What's better for them than our own country? Or what
No,
are you
than
asking?
their country, than their own country. What's better for them than their own country? Nothing. Okay, nothing.
The U.S. I mean, everybody loves the U.S. is the greatest
No,
place on earth.
bro. If they come over here illegally, they're getting sent back. Nope. That's not the right place. They come over here, they're disturbing the people. They're causing social disorders. Nope. Then they won't be happy here because they're not wanted. So try again. They best go back and fight for their country, and they'll all belong in their country. Like, I don't know why it's so hard for you to understand, to be honest with you, because, like, dog, are you not American?
The same way that you're labeling all immigrants as gang members,
I didn't say
drug
gang members.
dealers,
I said if
rapists.
they came over here illegally, which all
I
of them
don't know, but you
did.
said
I
that
didn't say all of
before.
them gang members. I never said that. I never
You said
came
that
on that.
before. I think you said
I
that
didn't say
yesterday,
all of
actually.
them. I didn't say all of them. Now we're talking about gang members, the ones that was on that plane that the judges turned around. Yes, but if I never said all immigrants.
There were American citizens on that plane, but
No, there was not.
Yes, there were. Yes, there were.
No, there was not, bro. The 5 names that they was talking about weren't even on the plane that they had turned around. That's been factually proven. Like, bro, you don't know what you're talking about. You believe mainstream media and whatever they say, and that's perfectly fine. But come on,
They at worst there were some American citizens, but at least they were not all crime gang members. Um, and Trump did
did you see
that
them? Do you
despite
know these immigrants personally
Judge.
or something? How do you know?
No. I
The
mean,
mainstream
they were
media
not
tells
all
you.
given
What's
due
the
process.
evidence?
That's
What's the
what I'm
evidence?
saying. They were not given due process. At the very
You
least,
know why they
that
weren't
was
given
not
due
done for
process?
all of them, and
You know
I know
why they
that.
weren't given due process, though? Do you know why?
Because you're gonna say because they're not American citizens, probably.
No, I'm gonna say because the Aliens Enemy Act. That's what I'm gonna say. Why? I ain't gonna say because due to the Alien Enemy Act and due to the fact that we have designated the cartel a terrorist organization and some of these Hispanic gangs, yes, we can send them back through that because they were dumped here through I'm being real with you, an invasion or a purposeful incursion on America. Look up the Aliens Enemy Act written by our forefathers, by the way, 1778. That's what Trump is going under. And not because there's no due process. Because with this Aliens Enemy Act, this allows the president to deport enemy aliens above the judicial branch. Believe it or not.
You can say that anybody who the government suspects of working for a foreign government, that can be applied to pretty much anybody. And
only illegal aliens, not anybody, only illegal aliens. Read the act. It cannot be applied to no U.S. citizen. You guys got to read this stuff.
I read it, and it says something along the lines of anybody that is. I don't think it said illegal. And it's 3 different types of three different categories. But I believe the main thing is that you need to be suspected of working for a foreign government to be.
Bro, it's
to not be given due process. That's the main thing, the main point, that you don't have to give due process to people that you suspect working for a foreign government.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. So it can be applied, very flexibly, I suppose, if that's the word. Just to finish,
not really, because it can only be applied to illegal aliens or illegal immigrants who are in here. Well, like I said, illegally who are part of a terrorist organization, and that's that. There you go. That's them. Yeah. That's only it. Like, are you an illegal immigrant? Do you have gang ties? Nah, you good.
We're not at war with the cartels. We're not like the fact that
what about Venezuela? You don't know that. I mean, they are transporting fentanyl in here, so you could say we are at substance warfare. Like, come on now.
Well, there's also the argument of there being
gang members in here, so you can't do that and not be called a terrorist organization. Come on now.
I mean, as far as I understand, terrorism is more of a like an ideology type of thing. Like, there's no monetary.
No, the ideology is fuck America. There you go. That's all we need.
No, it's all just money. Like that's all it is.
So we should let him do it
for money.
because
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
We shouldn't designate them terrorist organization, even though they're smuggling children like terrorist organization, they're trafficking guns like terrorist organization. But you know what? They do it for money, guys. So it's okay.
You're taking extreme. I'm not saying that there aren't like one or like a couple of people who cross the border who are these extreme cases of people, but you're labeling most as that type of people, and where I was going with this is that is what people do with African Americans.
They're all gang members, and I never.
They're all gang members, really.
No, I said all the ones in that plane are gang members. Illegal immigrants, I never said we're all gang members or killers. I never said that. So no, I do not know what you're talking about because I never made that statement.
Yesterday, you had said something. You were you were not talking about only the plane anymore. You were talking about just immigration in general at that point. And I might have misheard or misunderstood, but it seemed like you were talking about at that point just all immigration in general and not just people on the plane anymore. But I'll just
Now, bro, you remember you're talking to somebody who believes immigration is a complete scam. I mean, like legal and all. Like I said, I accept illegal immigration, but I don't agree with it. I don't agree with no form of immigration because I honestly believe that it don't help nobody. No, so that's just my hardline stance on immigration.
Yeah, I mean, just a blanket categorization of everyone. It just
categorization.
And you're saying that you didn't, but if you listen to it back, and I'm going to because I'm pretty sure I heard it.
You heard me say
the way I'm trying to explain.
Illegal immigrants are gang members and killers.
No, you're saying that you were saying deport them all. They're like they're here causing crimes. Oh, and you were calling them criminals because they crossed the border.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. The Venezuelans.
You said they're all criminals.
I think I remember now.
I think I remember now.
Not, bro. These people commit crimes in their own damn country. So what? They got to commit a crime here too to be a certified criminal?
No. The point I'm trying to make is that you labeling them all as criminals after they've crossed the border, and even you're labeling these people as illegal immigrants when they're documented, when they're asylum seekers. Well, when they're labeled as asylum seekers, you consider them illegal immigrants.
Hold on, dog. Now you already know this asylum seeker is BS. Now, bro, we let people in through credible.
Why do you say that?
Never sourced. You know that. We let through people through these sources. Dude, remember, they came over here, they're crying about this. Oh, this is going on. And then we let them in. Like that's the asylum seeking you're talking about, right? Now, for the credible sources, that's fine. I don't have no problem against asylum seekers. The problem is I have with illegal immigrants. Like, bro, we know the difference. There is no confusion here. The problem is you just think that I have a hatred or I guess some type of hard on for immigrants in general. And no, just the illegal ones, the ones that came here the right way. They got their visas and their passports and all that great stuff, green carded up. I'm great. Glad you're here. But the illegal ones that got here either by themselves, through cartel, whatever. Yeah, I don't agree with that. Y'all gotta go. That's it. Period, point blank.
Yeah, right. I mean, I suppose I can. I see your point, and I agree that if you're not documented, if you're not vetted through the asylum process, and you somehow got here illegally, yeah, you should not be here, and especially if you're a violent criminal.
Yeah, but if you have a credible source, you told your story, credible source, we're gonna let you in. I mean, that's by law. I mean, that's following the law.
Yeah, but the thing is though that crossing the border, even if they came without going through the
Oh,
asylum
hold on,
process,
big
you know,
dog.
it's
Hold on. I do have to read this out for you because it says the Aliens Enemy Act states these facts. These people have committed a incursion or an invasion. He doesn't know jack shit. Damn. And that shout out to my man Castro. So the Aliens Enemy
you,
Act was Trump's doing that, but you understand that.
you can make the argument that we were invaded through Russia being so closely knitted with the Trump administration, because there was a lot of people involved with the Kremlin that were close to the Trump administration. Now there was nothing connecting Trump directly to any of these Kremlin associated people, but that's why people like Manafort got sentenced and charged. That's why people like Roger Stone got charged.
I mean,
And you could apply that act to in that situation, but we didn't because Biden and Obama, you know, are they have a sense and they have a sense of decency.
All right, man. All right. Now,
So last thing, sir.
Go on this one, G. I'm about to locate, let you go on this one. We kind of ran over time, but it was definitely fun talking to you. I'll give you that.
Last thing. So I read in the comment today that you were trying to compare the standard for a law enforcement officer to the standard of just an average citizen, an average Joe. In this case, Floyd.
I mean, hold on. Okay, can a police officer kill somebody? Let's cold-blooded. Neither can a person. Neither can a citizen. I mean, both people can kill people on self-defense. We know that. I mean, they both got to follow the same set of laws. I know that. They both have houses, all that good stuff. They're everyday people.
No, but they have power that not everybody has. So I'm tired.
Given to them by who, and who could be taken by who? Everyday
people. By the commissioner. By the community. The community has entrusted law enforcement with this power. But I'm tired of the right always trying to compare, average citizens, average Joes to people in positions of power.
Because they're everyday people. They make mistakes.
No, they're not. They're not just.
They're perfect, or what?
They're not. I'm not saying they're perfect. I'm saying that they have a position of influence, a position of power that should come with a higher standard.
Do they not? Are they not make mistakes? Could we make mistakes?
Yeah, but whenever they do, they should.
People. It's like you're trying to deify these people just for having a position. It's like, bro, the people are more than just their position. You know that, right? Like some of these guys, like, okay, cool, they hold this position in office, but they're also a father, they're also this, that, and the third. It's like they're everyday people, G, just like us, appointed by everyday people, just like us.
Right. I mean, fine. Yeah. I'm not.
Now, Alex, you went over your time, my friend. Look, I already know. Look, we could be here all night with you, my friend. We will be here all night with you. All right. I think we got to go ahead and close it down because we're already past.